Well, hi, thanks for talking to me. Appreciate it. I know Hillary, I remember talking to you on a conference call back for White Collar, like a long
Oh,
time
right.
ago.
Like the old OG years, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, right. So both of you talk about, how did you get involved in the project and why did you decide to do it? Whoever wants to go first.
Well, my husband and I, during the pandemic, were just watching anything that was streaming. And so we caught this movie, Uncle Peckerhead, and we watched it with our son, which wasn't very appropriate. But we knew that like our kid was laughing at this movie and we were laughing at this movie, but there was also some pretty hellacious special effects and it was scary. Um, and so I reached out to the filmmaker, Matthew John Lawrence, and I said, "Hey, we really like this. Do you have anything else?" And he sent us a pile of scripts, and this one really stood out as kind of a marriage of my husband's work in the horror and, kind of like gross genre, killing zombies and things, and my work in the teen drama genre, where because it takes place in high school, and I played one of these leather jacket girls for a very long time. So it felt like a cool mix of the two genres that have paid our mortgage for a long time. And so we're excited to team up with our buddy, Mary Stuart Masterson, who lives here in the Hudson Valley, who was also one of the original Leather Jacket Girls, and tell this story about young women coming of age in a world that wants to murder them. And then we got to cast Molly, who's the coolest Leather Jacket Girl of all.
Oh, please. I got involved with this. I got sent the script, and I mean, it was such an engaging concept. I had never read anything like it before, and I was talking with Sari before, and you get sent. I mean, Hillary can attest to this too. You get sent a lot of scripts, and this one just really stuck out. I really loved the idea of in this universe, the horror films are real. This is really happening to the people around them. And also that you see them in it then being entertained by it too. They're also then watching it later. And it is such an interesting concept. And I was just struck by it. And then I read the character of Sam, and she's cooler than I will ever be. And that's the beauty of acting, is that you get to step into someone else's life. And I really enjoyed being Sam for the 18 days that we filmed.
Oh, wow, that was really quick.
It was a quick one. And I think, I love independent filmmaking. I love knowing that everyone who's there is not there for this blockbuster paycheck. They're there because they believe in the project, they love the work, and they want to do it. And it's exactly how I felt. I loved the people that we worked with, and I had a fantastic time making this film.
It's definitely a different type of film. I enjoyed it. So Hillary, I know sometimes the credit means different things. Being a producer on the movie, were you involved in the process of making it as well, or just putting it together at the beginning?
No, no. I mean, I drove the director and his wife around in my shitty mom car with all my kids' stuff in it when we first started scouting for the movie. During the casting process, I was reading with a lot of the people that were auditioning. Um, it was a really hands-on project from beginning to end because then even once we wrapped, you know, how are we going to get music for this movie? Like Molly said, this is a small independent budget. And so I reached out to all of my musician friends and reached out to Mia from Pom Pom Squad and one of my very dear friends, Skylar Kroom from He Is Legend, Kate Vogel and Mikey Grubbs from One Tree Hill. I was just like, hey, I can't really pay you. I can pay you like the smallest amount of money ever, but I'm going to send you a cut of this movie. And if you've something that you're into, I would love to have your music in it. And everybody was game. And so we also got Jeff Riddle, who had acted in Uncle Peckerhead and then done the music for it and then worked on this film as well and has a cameo at the beginning of the film. He had music that Sam's character is playing throughout the film. So being able to bring in people that we love from beginning to end was fun for me. I loved it.
Yeah, the soundtrack we haven't talked a lot about today, and it is incredible. Pom Pom Squad specifically, I'm like, whoa, I mean, it is crazy how much scoring and song choice like really affects a movie, but it is make or break, and I really love what it adds to our film.
Yeah, I was gonna say the music definitely feels of the time, so it worked out in that sense.
Yeah.
So Molly, what did you have trouble connecting with your character in any way? Like what part of you, I guess, is similar and different to her?
I mean, I don't think I had trouble connecting with Sam because I think that I understand very well the idea of. I'm getting a call from Angel Theory right now, who also was in the film.
Yeah.
But I understand the idea of not wanting to show your vulnerability until you know that you're really safe around someone. And I think that Sam has this really hard exterior, which I feel like, especially in this industry, I think is really relatable. Like, you don't know who you can trust all the time with certain information. You don't know how much you should share with someone. And I also just like playing Sam because she gets to say and do things that I cannot. She's just really fucking cool. And I had a really good time doing that. And I think if she hadn't had the moment of vulnerability in there, I think that I would have still enjoyed it because it's a good time. But I think it adds so much depth to who she is, just having a couple times where she really shows the hurt that she feels with all of these people she knows dying.
I was just gonna say, I know we're about out of time, but talk quickly about her relationship with Abby in the movie a little bit.
Yeah, I think she's intrigued by Abby. Abby comes in and is so different and strange and is a very newcomer to this world, and she doesn't really seem to understand. And she's so scared in a way that Sam is not, which is funny because she's a killer. But yeah, I think that they have a bond, and for Sam's part, she doesn't understand why Abby relates to her in the way that she does, but they have a bond that I think Sam really needs because she is losing people left and right.
All right, do you guys have a favorite scene? Start with you, Hillary, this time.
Oh man, the scene on the bleachers is totally my favorite scene. I love it. There are certain scenes in the edit. We worked really closely with our editor, Justin Chan, who we had the best editor ever. Um, because he was able to rearrange things we shot in a way that makes the movie feel like so full and whole. And so when we were working on the bleacher scene, we spent so much time just really pinpointing like the perfect moments. And it was so fun just to be on Sari's face and Molly's face and let these actors tell a story. They were just magical together.
What about you, Molly?
Yeah, I think my favorite scene to watch in anything is not always stuff I'm in. My favorite scene to watch was the scene where Mackenzie is going to kill the cheerleader. I
That didn't go
love
so well.
I love how that plays out. That death in that room is my favorite. That was when I read it on the page, I thought, well, how? And it's so funny.
Yeah, it is. All right, well, we're out of time, but thank you both of you. I appreciate it. Enjoyed the film. So thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Oh, and I enjoyed you in Evil too, Molly. I wanted to say
Oh,
that.
thank
So
you so
not
much.
that long ago in that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.